This is the best time to not buy Madden. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to the Madden 26 reveal trailer that just dropped. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, this is the absolute prime time to not purchase Madden, and the reason for that is a simple one. The exclusive NFL license and the exclusive simulation football license contract expires with this year's game. Now, in the past, the license has been extended much earlier than now, which leads me to believe that the NFL is really sitting there waiting to see how the audience responds to Madden 26 to determine whether or not they want to continue the exclusive license in the future. Obviously, this would be worst case scenario. Madden has now had competition for 20 years at this point, and that shows in the absolutely atrocious iterative gameplay improvements, or lack thereof rather, year to year within the Madden cycle. The game is simply not getting better. They're not addressing any of the real concerns or criticisms that the fan base has regarding Dynasty mode, not doing anything with that mode, because all they're focused on is pushing new card packs into MUT to get people to spend all their fucking money, as opposed to making a quality football game. So we definitely do not want, as a community, we should not want this exclusive license to continue with EA. We need to get developers like 2K back in the swing of things, give them another shot at an NFL game. You know what would be even greater? I think Santa Monica Studios, that makes MLB The Show. Put them on an NFL game and see how that turns out. That would be the best case scenario for all of us players of these games. We need competition because that's only going to push the genre forward. And since, we haven't had that in 20 years, we've seen almost no improvements. Now, that being said, I do believe that EA Sports is going to throw everything that they possibly have at Madden 26. We will probably get the best Madden that we have got since the release of the PS4, Xbox One era, so in quite a long time. And because, quite frankly, EA Sports cannot afford to lose the NFL license. This is an absolute cash cow franchise for them, and the last thing they want to do is have to actually compete to make a quality product. So they're going to throw everything that they possibly can at this year's game to make it sell like crazy, to justify that they should remain in that agreement with the NFL. Now, that being said, I absolutely expect them to touch on franchise mode in Madden 26. This has been the biggest point of community criticism for the last 10 plus years, probably. If you're not interested in MUT, you're probably playing franchise. And franchise has literally gone untouched for over a decade at this point, quite frankly. There's been little tweaks here and there, but it's ultimately the same. If you go back to playing Madden 12 and you play Madden 25, it's essentially going to feel exactly the same. So that's like the biggest point of criticism. I definitely expect them to touch on that. But without further ado, we kind of had a long-winded intro. Let's actually dive into the reveal trailer, and then we will talk about that after we get that watched through. All right, so we got it pulled up here. Let's actually dive into it and see what they have to show us. Again, this is a big, crucial year for Madden. I expect them to go absolutely all guns out, and I'm just going to let it run as it normally does. If they copyright strike me, fuck it. I don't make anything on these videos anyway. Let it roll. What's this say? Includes optional in-game purchases, includes random items, game engine footage, some camera angles adjusted for trailer use. Not all images appear in game. There you have it. Okay, so new entrances that look pretty good. I think they're new. I didn't play last year's game. Power the realest Madden ever. Here we go. That's real footage. That's in-game footage. Real footage. Right? In-game footage. Looks good. I mean, graphically looks good. Yeah, it looks really good. More celebrations, it looks like. That was interesting. They're actually slipping in the weather. That's interesting. It's kind of about time. Damn, that's cool. It's actually pretty cool to have fucking heavy snow finally. Oh, the Saquon. The Saquon hurdle. AJ Watt's entrance. Mascots are back. Built from real tendencies. Real schemes. Were they not real or were they fake before? I don't... Okay. Real weather. Real traditions. Built from Sundays. As opposed to being built from Wednesdays? Of course, pre-order the fucking bullshit bundle. Sure. Okay. So there you go. There's the reveal trailer. There's a lot of things to take a look at there that I actually am interested in that are pretty cool. I think the game visually looks good. Madden always looks good visually, in my opinion, so that's not necessarily a surprise. I can see a lot of college football influences being brought to Madden here with the traditions. That's a lot of what makes NFL, or what makes college football so great, is these unique entrances, you know, traditions, or whatever they want to call them. A lot of influences there, clearly, and I think that's a good thing. They should have been there all along. I'm sure Madden had, you know, realistic traditions years and years ago. They're just probably being brought back as a selling point because they haven't been around for 15 years. But other than that, I guess that's pretty cool. That's going to be in there to make it feel a little bit better. I'm a big fan of the weather system that actually looks like it's going to impact games a lot. I'm assuming this is going to be absolutely hated by competitive Madden players because it's going to feel not great. It's not going to be really dependent on skill. It's going to be a lot of random events that take place in the game due to the weather conditions, but ultimately weather is an aspect that you have to deal with in football. You have to change your game plan up for intense weather, and that should be in here. Should have been in here a long fucking time ago, but it's good that they're putting it in there. That being said, the trailer is cool. I don't know what this part means in particular, the real schemes and real tendencies as opposed to what it was before. I don't really know, just marketing jargon, I guess, most likely. But yeah, presentation-wise, definitely looks cool. But again, we can't fall for this shit. What I actually want to do here, guys, I actually want to look at their blog, because I believe they have more information in their blog that will tell us a little bit more about what they're doing in this year's Madden. So let me dive into the blog just to see if there's anything else. So let me pull that up and we'll be right back. So I'm not trying to go through everything here because it's not necessary, but it does say worldwide launch August 14th. So that's when you can expect the game to drop. Yay, right? All right, so here's where the first bullet point is. QB DNA. The quarterback position is the most iconic in all sports. Yada, yada, yada. Completely reimagined quarterback mechanics from animations to behaviors. Josh Allen's rocket arm fire off a deep pass, mid jump. You're doing that when playing as Josh Allen 2. More than 500 new quarterback animations were added to Madden NFL 26, so that's good. Obviously, that's going to increase the look of the game. I mean, that's very similar to what we already have in college football, but I respect that they're adding it to Madden as well. QB signatures in Madden 26 are a visual replication of everything from how each quarterback holds the football in the pocket to their arm slot when slinging it down the field. We have overhauled our player trait system with 50 new player traits across numerous positions, all backed by real-world tendency. So this is just more visual stuff. Cool, good stuff. Coach DNA, groundbreaking feature that brings the personalities and tendencies of NFL head coaches to Madden 26, powered by machine learning stemming from years of real-world data. Coach DNA mirrors the unique styles and philosophies of NFL coaches. 4th and 3, you better be ready for Dan Campbell and the Lions to try getting a first down. Passing successfully on the Vikings, expect some creative blitzes from their unpredictable defense. That's pretty cool. Be interested to see how that actually plays out, but I ain't buying the game, so we'll see. I'm not interested. Obviously, I'm not buying it. I'm not supporting it, like we mentioned. Wear and tear is now in here, so that's right out of college football. That is cool. Football weather, obviously this is neat to be, you know, this should have been in the game years ago, but it is cool to see heavy snow in the game. Let's see. Foundational football. Doubling down on core football, give players more depth and control, explosive locomotion, run pass blocking. I don't know. This all sounds like jargon to me. With explosive locomotion, a player who runs a 4.240 will feel like a player who runs a 4.240. So this is almost like they're actually making stats mean something. Usually to achieve this in the older games, you just set the minimum speed threshold to the very little limit, basically. You put the threshold at the as low as you can go, basically. That'll make players feel faster, but they must have that built in. Here we go. Franchise mode. The team heard your feedback and transformed the coach customization and immersion features in NFL 26 franchise. New challenges make the game-to-game, week-to-week experience feel different. No two coaches are alike. We already mentioned that with the coach DNA system. We're also introducing a new metagame with coach abilities. So again, this is all shit that is like already in college football 25. Managing wear and tear is a part of strategy. And here we go. Franchise mode comes alive with enhanced presentation, including halftime shows and weekly recaps with Scott Hansen, and all new custom broadcast packages for Sunday, Monday, and Thursday primetime games. So again, UI improvements should have been there a long time ago. They were in the game years and years ago, but now I guess they're back. I don't particularly give a shit about the halftime shows. What would be cool, I mean, they just say halftime show and weekly recaps. It would be cool if they showed footage from other games happening around the league instead of just your own game, but I doubt we can expect that. I guess we'll see. Again, good features there to improve the overall package. Yeah, we already talked about that. Superstar mode stinks. No one ever wants to know anything about the Ultimate Team. And then here are your selective options to purchase the game in 50,000 different ways to pay 100 million different dollars amounts if you want to. Okay, there you have it. So ultimately, here's what I'm going to say. Based on what we discussed, I think this game might make a significant leap over 25. Not hard to achieve that bar, but I think it's going to take a leap in the right direction. However, it's very crucial we just don't support this. We need to have that exclusivity license split from EA Sports so other people have the opportunity to make games, to increase competition, to increase the overall quality of all of these games. So with that being said, cool to look into. I'm excited to kind of see how things go as this game gets released and things of that nature. Hopefully enough people avoid it so that way we can move forward with the best option for all players, which is getting that exclusive license split, but only time will tell. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.